All right, so today we're doing a deep dive on a piece of hardware called the Kramer KT-205WM1.
Right. And just looking at the name, it sounds like, a random model number.
It does, but when you actually dig into the specs, especially the ones from HDTV Supply, this thing is really being sold as the dedicated brain for a modern smart room.
It is. It's the gatekeeper. And we should be clear, this isn't like a consumer tablet you just pick up at a big box store.
No, not at all. You're not sticking this to the wall with some tape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is purpose-built hardware. It's designed to be on that wall, running 24/7, without fail.
Okay, so let's start with the form factor because that's usually the first thing you notice. It's a 5.5-inch IPS display. Resolution is 1280 by 720.
Which, I know you're thinking, that sounds a bit small.
It does. I mean, my phone is bigger than that. How can that be the main controller for a whole room?
Well, you have to think about the application. This isn't for, mixing a live concert. It's meant for very specific tasks in high-traffic areas.
Like next to a door for room scheduling.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Or on a podium to control a presentation. It's meant to be there, but not in your face. It's unobtrusive.
The dimensions seem to back that up. They call it low profile. It's less than an inch deep. I think it was, 0.98 inches?
And that depth is so critical. You can't have a big box sticking out of the wall in a corporate hallway. This sits almost flush, and it uses a direct view LED panel that's pushing 350 nits.
So it's bright enough to cut through glare.
Right. You can actually read it under those awful office lights.
Now, the thing that really stood out to me wasn't the screen, it was the connectivity on the back. It supports PoE.
Power over Ethernet, that's the game changer.
The absolute game changer. For installation, I mean.
Oh, for sure. Think about the cost savings.
Because you're just running one single cable.
One standard Ethernet cable. That's it. It handles your network connection, and it powers the device. You don't need to call an electrician to install a whole new outlet in the wall. Just plug it in.
So simple, but it does also list advanced Wi-Fi. That seems a little redundant if the whole point is the wire.
It's for flexibility. I mean, maybe you're in an old building with brick walls where you physically cannot pull a new cable. But in the pro world, you always go with the wire.
It's just more reliable.
Way more stable.
Eh.
And speaking of the listing, I saw you notice the support line on the HDTV Supply page.
I did. For product suggestions, you're supposed to call 1-833-WOLFPACK.
Wolfpack, that's a bold choice for tech support.
Right. It definitely implies a certain kind of coordinated response.
I'll say.
Okay, so let's get into the processing. This is where that brain claim comes from. It's running Android 11.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. A lot of these panels use some lightweight proprietary firmware, and they can feel so sluggish.
But this has a proper OS. It's an ARM quad-core A53 processor, clocked at 1.8 gigahertz with 2 gigs of RAM.
And 32 gigs of storage, so you're not just, sending a simple on-off command. You have a actual computer managing the whole workflow.
It even lists support for H.264 and H.265 video decoding. That seems like overkill for just booking a room.
It does, until you realize what that unlocks. It means this can be an intercom. It can be a security monitor. You can stream a live feed from a camera right to this little panel.
Ah, so you could see who's at the door.
Exactly. It has a speaker and 2 mics built in. It's designed for two-way communication.
So it's not just a control panel, it's a portal. But that kind of capability, it comes at a price. MSRP is over $1,100.
Yeah, the sticker shock is real. But you have to separate this from, like, a consumer tablet. You're buying into the Kramer ecosystem.
It's customization.
Right. You use their software to build a completely custom interface. One touch button that lowers the screen, dims the lights, and starts the projector. That's what you're paying for.
And you're paying for hardware that won't, swell up and die after being plugged in for 2 years straight.
That's the key. It's infrastructure, not a gadget. It's meant to last.
It really brings up an interesting question, though. We spend all this time chasing wireless everything, wireless charging, wireless video. But when it really matters, when the big meeting has to start now, is the real luxury just having a wire?
A dedicated panel that never needs a software update in the middle of a presentation and never ever runs out of battery. That sounds like peace of mind to me.
Something for you to think about the next time your Bluetooth speaker refuses to pair. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.
Until next time.